Hi, and welcome to my life. This is Kismet the Pharaoh Grandma in sunny central Texas, and it really is sunny today. I mean, the thin scattering of clouds, not much. We are supposed to get more storm tomorrow and Monday. That's okay. I got out at the usual time, but I was not as early to my Tai Chi class as I usually am, so I couldn't sit and make a video there. And then I was meeting two people for the fact that it's Mother's Day weekend and Daughter Squeeze was taking us out for breakfast. So his mom and I were both there. I managed to be sociable. And I even found some pretty shoes to go with my dress. Pretty shoes I already had. That's the important thing. I generally don't feel like walking around shopping. And my friend Amber helped me out with my necklace because doing the funny little catch behind the neck thing, I could not see. I could not really do it. And it's fiddly and my hands are not as fine-tuned as they used to be. But that's okay too. We went to a place in Hutto called the Hippo Cafe. And there's a long story about Hutto and a hippo. Apparently it escaped from a circus that was traveling by train that stopped to take on passengers and probably water and coal way back a long time ago. And the circus included various exotic wildlife, including a hippo, which is, legend has it, it escaped from whoever's job it was to unload the critters and give them some time off of the train cars. And it escaped into what is currently known as Cottonwood Creek, or it was then anyway. Now the creek had nice boggy places and nice flowing places, and was the closest thing to a hippo's native habitat as the poor critter could find. It took them a while to get it out of the creek and back onto the train. So the station master in Hutto had to send messages. Stop all trains. And because you don't want something coming along behind and slamming into your train while you're stopped there trying to get one last reluctant critter found, rounded up, loaded back on the train car, right? And the school district there in Hutto decided that the hippo would be their mascot. It's been Hutto Hippos ever since. They've got a nice mural in the cafe that Leo took us to. Really nice artwork of a hippo. And the whole story down the side of the artwork. That's cool. Everybody needs a weird story about their town. And Hutto definitely has one. And hippo-themed this and that everywhere. It's kind of like you can't go to Douglas, Wyoming without learning about jackalopes. And if you happen to find yourself in eastern or central eastern Wyoming near Douglas, I do recommend going. The train museum, they've got some really old train cars available to see with lots of information posted, including the kind of car they used to use for a kitchen, and it's got weirdness everywhere. It was awesome. It was like, I don't know if I could have probably learned to use a kitchen like that, but it's very narrow. It did not feel like a safe place to be working a kitchen. But it was interesting, that's for sure. And they have a few other kinds of cars to look at. And then they have some more information inside that you can go in and learn. And the usual souvenirs and little jackalopes and bisons everywhere. But anyway, I had my class this morning, and then my friend Amber helped me out with my necklace. And then I went off and did it's supposed to be for Mother's Day, but we're expecting a lot of rain tomorrow. So Leo took us out today while the sun is shining and the clouds aren't too thick. And that's been nice. And nothing looked too horribly snarly in traffic today. And that's good. It means people are behaving themselves in traffic. And there's a work party going on across the street from my place where the big dog lives. And he seems a good boy. He really does. He's mostly laying down in the shade while people are extending the veranda. Or maybe they're making it a carport, I don't know. I can tell you so far the build looks a little wacky, but no one's going to get on their case about it. And if it means the lady of the house can bring in the groceries on a rainy day without getting soaked, that's cool. Or if it means she can get into her car to go get groceries on a sunny day in August without burning her hands the moment she touches the steering wheel, that's also cool. You never know what's going to make a difference in someone's life. I think half the BS that happens in traffic happens because steering wheels are scorching hot in the case of Texas. Yeah, they're trying to get some cross braces cut to the right size and put in for this carport looking veranda. And apparently no one ever told them measure twice, cut once. Because if they cut that board again and it's still not long enough, that maybe they'll catch on. But they got 4 dudes working on it, so they don't need my help. Now, in a weird twist, we still have some bluebonnets here and there. They kind of wind down slowly. And I like them. They're as pretty as can be, and they make a nice little cloud of blue when they're really at the peak of their blooming. And I think a package person has figured out that they're not in the right place. They just backed in over here and pulled out to go on around somewhere. But, oh, what was that? The bluebonnet, yes. The last stragglers are holding out. But we've already got earliest magnolias blooming. And I love the magnolias. They're big. When they open up, they're near as big as my hand. In fact, the one around the corner, or around the block, they're on the far corner from me. They have had their earliest blooms, and those are already fading away. And that's okay. I mean, that's what flowers do. A short but blazingly bright life. My blooms, the ones I took a picture of, they are faded now. I'm kind of thinking there will be magnolia photos to be seen over the coming weeks. They bloom a little more as it gets hotter. Well, some people don't like them because they drop the casing from the buds and other bits and pieces, and then the spent flowers. But they're so pretty, and they smell good. And there's a tree down at the local college on the golf course that it gets a lot of blossoms. And if you're driving by in a cool morning, and you've got your windows down, you might smell it. But magnolias should be blooming across the entire South, as long as they're getting enough water and enough sun. But it's storm season, so I don't know. Some places are getting some pretty bad flash flooding already, and lightning. Tornadoes I've heard of plenty. But that's going to happen. I'm tired, and I'm going to go inside and probably put some ice in my water. And probably spend too much time in the restroom because I had 2 cups of coffee. Y'all eat something good. Do something nice. Take care of each other. If you got little kids around, read to them. Because if they start understanding the importance of being able to comprehend what's on the page, they will do better in school. And they might wind up with better jobs because they're the ones who had the good grades. Or because they're the ones who completed all the English Lit assignment. Or they're the ones who really understood the instructions on an entrance exam or on an application or something, you know? And that can make a difference. But I'm sitting here with my door almost shut because I don't want to listen to somebody else's music. And it's loud. So one of the things I think I will do as I get inside, besides wipe the sweat off my face, is to get into a noise-canceling headset. Because it's that kind of loud. Take care. Grandma loves you. Bye-bye.